Live from Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, it's the Joe Cortez Show.
Hello, welcome to the Joe Cortez Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. Today we have a special guest by the name of Ane Marshall. Ane Marshall is one of the singers from the Shirelles back in the days, and Ane is now the resident here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and she has a lot of good things still going. She's still very powerful, maybe more powerful than ever before. Ane, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Joe, for having me.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about what's happening in your life these days? Well, let's go back a little bit when you first started out with your singing career, back in the days.
All the way back there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, all the way back there. Well, I had the pleasure of doing my own thing. I shared the stage with some incredible people because I became one of the Shirelles, and I did that for 26 years.
26 years.
Yeah, I sang with Beverly Lee, who's the original member. She was the original member of the Shirelles, and we traveled all over the world. We had incredible times. I met some of the most amazing people in the business, for example, Tony Bennett, Chuck Berry. We met Little Anthony and the Imperials, the Temptations. We did shows with the Four Tops. We did shows with Leslie. I could just keep, okay, that's enough, right?
No.
It's a lot.
You could talk about forever. I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
You have so many great talent in your resume.
Yes.
If you will. And I can tell you that your history really means a lot to a lot of us, because I love my oldies but goodies back in the days of the 60s, 50s and 60s. And a lot of baby boomers out there just listening say, wow, Ane Marshall on the show, on the Joe Cortez Show. Yeah, well, I'm more excited than you viewers out there, because you're just somebody very special. I met you over 6 months ago when you moved out to Vegas.
Yes.
You've been in Vegas now for a little over a year now?
No.
Not yet.
I just met you 6 months ago, but I've been here 15 years.
Oh, 15 years.
15!
Whoa.
Whoa.
Man, 15 years.
Whoa.
Okay,
Long
so
time.
tell me a little bit about that, those 15 years. What were you doing those 15 years?
15 years, I've been working on my CDs. I have some CDs that I've written, some original music that I've done. I've done some traveling abroad. I spent a couple months in Taiwan. Also, at that same time, I was still doing the Shirelles. So we were traveling and doing things. And then 2 years ago, I came up with the notion of this show.
Okay.
That's how it...
The show
is
called This Is a Man's World, but B-U-T-T-T.
Correct.
3 T's.
3 T's.
That's a big butt.
I know.
Wow.
Indeed.
Oh, my God.
Because, and the show was created because what I found while I was singing with the Shirelles is that no matter when, where, how, no matter who had the most hits or whatever, the guys always closed the show, right? And there were always more males. The shows were always dominated by males. Yeah. So I said, it'd be nice to do a little spin off of that. A little twist.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're doing something here coming up on March 10th.
That's correct.
Here in Las Vegas, in Summerlin.
Yes.
At the Star Bright Theater in Summerlin.
Yes.
And that's at 3 p.m.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And the time it springs forward that day. So if you're coming to the show, make sure you adjust your clocks accordingly, because spring forward.
Spring forward.
Uh-huh.
So you don't want to get here late.
No, don't get there late at the gate. No.
Right. If you slow, you blow.
That's exactly right.
If you fast, you pass. And you know what?
I love that.
So these people got to know that you got a special show.
Yes.
What is the show? What's the content of this whole show besides singing?
Okay, singing incredible songs that were done originally by men, a lot of the songs. Okay. So, for example, I do Fly Me to the Moon.
Fly Me to the Moon.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
sweet. And I have a 7-8-piece orchestra. Some more of the songs would be some of the Chubby Checkers, some of the people that I shared the stage with. I don't want to give the whole show away, but it's incredible. I have dancers, costumes, background singers, and most of all, the desire to acknowledge our military personnel.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so there's a segment of the show where we honor our military personnel who do so much for us. you know, and have done so much for us and their families. And it's incredible. So I pay homage to them in the show. It's a special moment.
Wait. This is a show that kind of like, maybe from here you go to Broadway up in New York.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good to me.
You ready, eh?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, tell us a little bit about, now you mentioned one of my favorites, Little Anthony. Little Anthony, you know.
Don't make me drool.
You know, just recently he had some back surgery. He's doing okay now.
Okay.
And you spoke to our friend Jackie Nunez a little while ago. She's very close with Little Anthony. And Little Anthony, one guy I never met in my life, but wanted to meet him just once. And Jackie going to make the arrangements so at least we can speak on the phone. But he's one of my favorites. What was the connection with you and Little Anthony?
Well, the Shirelles, we did a lot of shows with Little Anthony and the Imperials. Okay, so I can't even count the number of shows we did. But the thing that struck me most and I remember most is that they would, in the show, okay, let me go back because I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. So when you do these shows and there's a bunch of artists on the show, once you do your part of the show, if there's no grand finale, everybody leaves the building and the show goes on, blah, blah, blah. Well, I never wanted to leave the building because I knew that Little Anthony and the Imperials were going to sing Going Out of My Head.
Going out of my head, over you.
Be still my heart. Be still my heart. So knowing that, I just wanted to hang in the wings and watch because he sounded, the group, Little Anthony, the whole thing, goosies.
Tears on my pillow. Pains in my heart.
I was so happy with it. I was so happy. So I always wanted to hang back and watch them do that song because it was, it has such special meaning for me because I just fell in love with the song.
No, he had a great songs and great talent. I mean, that voice he had, like that little high tenor voice that he had, huh?
Unbelievable. And then we do another song by Little Anthony as well. I'm not giving that one away because Little Anthony used to say, when he would do this song, he would say, I don't even know what this song meant.
Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop.
You telling the whole thing.
I'm not saying, I'm just guessing.
Because he used to say, I don't even know what this song is about. Well, I conjured up a meaning for it.
Okay.
That you'll see at the show.
Okay, good. I'm going to be there.
I can't wait.
I want to be right there because, you guys had the great talent. Your group was really amazing. All those 26 years of your music.
Yeah.
Which were some of the highlights of your favorites when you were singing with the Shirelles?
Well, the one thing that stuck out so much for me, that's huge, and most people don't realize it. The Shirelles were the first female group to ever sell 1 million records in the history of music.
Wow. Females.
Yes, the first female group.
Wow.
That ever sold 1 million records in the history of music.
I think with your play, with your show that you're going to have coming up, that's going to be a big one. I mean, people are going to say, listen, this young lady has a lot of talent. You have the charisma, you have the beauty, and you have the voice.
Thank you.
I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that.
Well, no, not unless you got a bag of $100 bills or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big bag.
Yeah, big one.
Real big bag. Huge.
With a big bag, a big duffel bag.
Yeah, big duffel bag.
Yeah.
But it's, I consider myself to be very blessed. Very blessed.
Yeah, well, you're still in good health. You look like
I'm in great health. No medication, no nothing. Nothing.
That's great, eh?
Knock wood.
And you just finished being a teenager.
I'm still at it. Somebody, this is always the question when I tell people. My husband tells, because he tells more than I do. So, do you still sing? They go like that to me. Do you still sing? And I go, yeah, of course I still sing.
Yeah, which some of your favorite songs?
My favorite songs, okay.
I want to hear a little note of it. Can you, please? A little note?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I love Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow?
Okay.
That was the Shirelles' biggest hit.
Yeah.
Will you still love me tomorrow?
Okay.
Is this a lasting treasure? That's enough.
All right. Well, the lady still got the voice. I tell you, she's got it.
We're going to have fun.
Yeah. It's going to be a great show. That's March 10th at the Starbright Theater in Summerlin in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. Don't forget to set your clock for 3 p.m. That's when the show starts.
That's-
Actually, be there by 2 o'clock.
Be
Make sure
there.
you get your seat and make sure you're good. Bring your Shirelles album and she'll gladly autograph the album if you have them. At least get those autographs. Meet with Ane. You can meet with her after the show. She'll be out
Yes.
there more than glad to meet you.
Take pictures.
Photo shots, anything. Bring your phone. You take the click, do the
click,
selfie
little
stuff and all that
selfies.
stuff. That'd be great, right? Nat?
Awesome. I look forward to it. It's amazing. It's an amazing show. It's exciting. It's entertaining. It's nostalgic. And people actually walk away feeling great.
Right.
It's
right.
like, because I do songs, I do a little bit of a tribute to Aretha, my late great Aretha. She was my favorite singer.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
How
she-
was it singing with her? You know, being part of her show.
Well, we did a show for her, a Christmas show.
Okay.
It wasn't one of my better nights vocally, but we did it. And she was so gracious.
And what a voice!
Oh, she was so gracious, though.
So loving, caring person.
She really was. And she goes to me like this. She goes, "So how long have you been with the Shirelles?" And at that time, I think it was like 17 years. I said, 17 years? She said, oh hell, you're a Shirelle. Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. No hesitation, no anything. But it was awesome. And I do some little smoky. A lot of
Smoky
I
Robinson.
know. I got stories about that.
Track of my tears. Oh my God, Smokey Robinson.
Smokey.
Oh man, how about Tony Bennett?
Tony Bennett was a total gentleman. Kind is kind, nice is nice.
And he's still going strong today. He's in his 90s, right?
Go figure.
Man, it must be the music keeping him alive.
Absolutely.
He can't leave. He said he loves music so much he can't ever leave it.
Absolutely.
So he'll be here for a long time.
And the people love him.
Oh, of course. And he still sells out wherever he performs.
It's amazing. He's just like incredible. So remember the song Stand By Me?
Yes.
Benny King?
Yes.
We did shows with him. We did shows with the Platters, one of the original Platters, Tony Williams. So my book is pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, that's amazing. You know, it's really great to talk to you about some of these great singers that had the best talent in the world. And I mean, you mentioned some of these songs. How about Johnny Mathis? You ever do anything with Johnny Mathis?
No.
He was one of my favorites, you know?
I know.
And he's still going too, eh?
As far as I know, he is.
I saw him on one of the PBC shows the other day, and I said, man, it doesn't look the same, but you can see it's Johnny Mathis, but
Right.
I mean, he was singing his first hits like Chances Are was back in 1960 when that first came out, you know? And it was unbelievable, Johnny Mathis.
Johnny Mathis.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. What a voice.
Yeah, he was.
And he still has it.
Yeah, different than anybody else.
Yeah.
But that was the thing back in the day. The voices were so different. You know,
Exactly.
each voice was.
Well, and you had the Temptations. You say you sang with the Temptations.
Don't even talk about that.
Tell me a little bit about the history, the communication, whatever you had going with it. What's going on with
We
it?
did a show with the Temptations in Atlanta, Georgia, and I will not forget it. And it was when they had the big hit, Treat Her Like a Lady.
Okay, now Smokey Robinson was with them or not?
No, we did a show with Smokey in New York.
Okay, that was New York. Okay, so the Temptation was in Atlanta?
This is Atlanta.
Okay.
And once again, it was time to leave the building because we had done our segment of the show and there was no finale. And they were singing Treat Her Like a Lady. And I had to go down the elevator while they were singing Treat Her Like a Lady. And I was just going nuts. I was dancing all over the whole elevator. I was having a ball. But I love. And that's when Melvin was alive as well. And Ollie Woodson was the lead singer of the Temptations at that time. It was wonderful.
Which were some of their favorite hits?
The Temptations?
Yes. I mean, they had so many. They had like over 25 of them. But what was one of the favorite ones?
My favorite, I think, was You're My Everything.
You're My Everything. Yeah. I kind of remember
I know.
the song.
Yeah.
Give me a little tune of that. Come
Ooh,
on.
you are bad today. You know.
I want to hear that beautiful voice of yours.
You're my everything. You're my everything. Yes, you are everything. You're the song I sing about. Oh, I just love it. It was 1967. I will never forget. It was the summer of 1967.
Yeah, You're My Everything. That's
You're my
right.
everything. That's one of my favorites.
One of the Temptations, yes.
And Girls, Why You Want to Make Me Blue?
Who's that?
Temptations.
How did that go? I don't recall. That
Girl, why you wanna make me blue? That one.
one. Man, that's it.
That was good.
Okay. Now, you ever do anything with Natalie Cole?
No, but I love her.
Natalie Cole had some talent, huh? Her father, Natalie Cole, Nat King Cole, was unbelievable with his voice. You know, he would sing a little bit Spanish. I like when he sung Spanish. He had a little touch of that Spanish songs, but he was amazing. I got to hang out and be good friends with his brother, Freddie Cole, who's still alive.
Is he still?
Yeah, he's still alive. I spoke to him about less than 3 months ago.
Tell him I said hello.
Yeah, okay. He's still saying, Joe, I want to come out to Vegas soon, so see you can hook me up with something out there. Now, Freddie Cole and I used to hang out together in Puerto Rico, of all places. He was performing at a piano bar at the El Conquistador Hotel.
Oh, Conquistador.
Yeah.
I stayed there. We did a show there.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was the executive manager of that hotel, the executive assistant manager of that hotel. I was there from 1969 to 77, actually the end of 76. And Freddie Cole used to hang out. His day off was Wednesday, so him and I would go out in my little boat and we'd go out fishing, or go out to the beach. Him and his wife, he had a son. That he had adopted a son called, his name was Lionel. So his wife passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, but Freddie Cole was an amazing person. Sings just like his brother, played the piano, but would not sing any of his brother's songs. People say, they request, can we sing with one of your brothers? Like that? He said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But he would play the same voice almost.
Wow.
Yeah.
We did some shows with Freddie Cole. As
Yeah.
a matter of fact, I used to call him.
Is that right?
Yeah, I used to talk to him on the phone. So tell him, the lady from the Shirelles that used to call him, bug him, said hello.
Okay, we'll do that. Yeah. He was an amazing guy.
Yeah,
And he came out with an album which I misplaced called it was Brandy, and it was just one of the songs was called was Brandy, and I just loved it. And I talked to him about it the other day. I said, man, those songs, I got to get that album. He said, oh, you can get it online. But anyway, he's still alive and doing well. He's doing good for himself.
Ooh.
Yeah, Freddie
That's
Cole.
a nice name to hear.
Yeah, Freddie Cole. Yeah. Okay, so going back to your days with the Shirelles, I mean, I know our viewers out there, we're getting them hooked up to some of the songs from the baby boomers back in the days, and she's still like a little baby.
I think sometimes when I'm coming out of the supermarket, I take the cart and I'm starting to run with the cart like I'm 16, right?
Yeah.
And I catch myself and go, "Oh, girl."
Well, you keep yourself physically in good shape.
I do.
Now your husband, last time I saw him was at my house.
Salim.
Yeah, Salim, and he's doing okay. He's a big fight fan.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's your numero uno fan.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so you started with the Shirelles back in the days, over 26 years ago. You played with you performed at the Shirelles for 26 years. Now with this new play that you have that's coming out, it's a man's world, but B-U-T-T.
T.
3 T's. Big,
3 T's.
Big butt. So.
You were funny with that.
No, it's not the word. I'm just saying the word. It's a big butt. It's not one B-U-T. It's big.
You're making me want to start singing another song, but go ahead. Go ahead.
So now that you're doing this, what do you see going on with your new act? I mean, there's something big here in Vegas. I mean, eventually I can see you on the strip with one of these.
That would be lovely, and I'm not locked into only doing Vegas.
Okay.
Because the show has wings, it has legs, we can travel with it, everything's charted, all the music. So I'm ready to go on the strip, off the strip, Florida, Europe, Japan, you name it.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
on the strip would be good because this is my home.
Yeah, close to home, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's always good.
Yeah. Now, you're talking about the performers you perform with throughout your career. We talked about Smokey Robinson. I saw him the other day where I believe he celebrated a birthday just last week, if I'm not mistaken. And he was one of my favorites, Smokey Robinson. And he, how he still keeps that voice going today.
Amazing.
It's amazing, huh?
It's amazing. It's like, when you rewind time and you think about what they started and how it has continued for so many years, it's a phenomenon. It is.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, that whole Motown thing, when they came out and we did shows with Martha Reeves and the Vandellas.
Right.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean,
That's good stuff.
good, good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Really
yeah.
good stuff.
Now, you say little Anthony, when he started out back in the days, back in New York, back I believe it was 1958, and he still keeps his voice as well. I mean, pretty much so. Not like it was back in those days, but he holds a pretty good note. You know, I mean, I saw him perform last month. He was performing someplace up in at Foxwoods in Connecticut. Connecticut, and he was singing. Unfortunately, he was sitting down on a chair because the doctor told him, "Don't perform for a while. You got issues with your back. You should be standing." So he wanted to sing. So he had a contract. So he sat there on this big chair and he sang with the backup group. But he was sitting down, and shortly thereafter, 2 weeks later, he went to surgery. And he's in recovery right now. He's doing very well. But he's a gentleman like this. To my information I get through Jackie, the young lady you spoke to a little while ago on the phone. Jackie Nunez, and Jackie said, Joe, he wants to meet you, And now he had a friend, a girlfriend from 99th Street Park in Madison in New York, where I knew her brother, and he told me, yeah, Frankie, little Anthony is now seeing my sister. I said, really? Yeah. So that was we're talking about back in the 60s, early 60s. But I'll tell you, he's still my idol. Never got to meet him, and I want to meet him someday. And Jackie said, you're going to be talking to him on the phone soon. What other memories do you have of little Anthony and the Imperials?
Which one? Because there's so many.
In different eras.
Yeah, but okay, so I was in the Shirelles 26 years ago. So for 26 years, we did shows with them. Different shows all over the country. Right. We were in Jersey, we were in, I think, don't quote me, because the memories and some slippage. Talk about it at the show, the slippage. But we did so many great shows, and we shared the same green room, and we took pictures. I would take my son to the shows, and I have a picture of my son with little Anthony, and my son was probably 5 or 6 at that time. Now my son is 33.
Oh yeah, he's young.
Yeah, yes, young buck. Yeah. But memories like that, the pictures, the rides in the bus to and from the gig, picking us up, taking us to the airport, dropping us off from the airport, meeting at the airport, was incredible.
Yeah, it's got to be a great experience to be around with a young man like little Anthony, who has so much talent and what a voice. And you don't remember me, but I remember you.
Good.
It was not so long ago. You broke my heart in two. Tears on my pillow. I don't get paid to sing, so don't worry about it, guys. You won't see me around too much longer.
I love it.
Yeah. But I truly am a big fan of so much of the people you just mentioned, especially little Anthony, definitely on the top of my list. And I really want to meet him in person one day. He's living down in Florida or someplace. He lived here in Vegas for a while.
Yes, he did.
And then he moved from here about 2 years ago, I believe.
Yes.
But again, I had people say, Joe, I know him. I met him. I said, come on, guys. You know how much I love the guy. I got to speak with him. I got to meet him one day. That's going to happen real soon, believe me. Okay, so going back to your show, it's a man's world, but
You are funny with that.
B-U-T-T-T. I mean, there's 3 T's.
That's hilarious. You were
this.
the only one who's ever said that. Maybe some other people thought it, but you're the only one who ever said it.
But it says butt.
It does say that.
B-U-T-T-T.
Yeah.
So it's not a small
Extreme.
butt. It's a big butt.
It's extreme.
Yeah, extreme. Hey, guys, come on. I love you guys. I love you guys. But anyway, so it really is what an honor to have you again on the show and talking about what you're doing these days.
Thank you, Joe.
You're so talented and beautiful, and Salim, your husband, is so blessed to have you.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, you're both blessed. He's a good man.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy, and he loves it out here in Vegas. He loves
it. We love Vegas.
Yeah.
But the other day when it snowed.
Oh, well, why not? I hadn't snowed here in about over 10 years. I mean,
Look.
last time we had a big snowstorm out here, but that's all storm. Yeah, that's a snowstorm. That much snow for us is a snowstorm, you know?
2008.
Yeah, 2008 was a big one.
I remember it well.
It had about that much snow. Come on. We used to get snow up there here in New York.
Yes, but we expected that.
Yeah.
Did you move to Vegas because of the weather? Was that a consideration at all for you?
Not really.
No, okay.
All had to do with boxing. But after I got acclimated to the weather, I said, you know, it's a little hot. It got so hot that my hair started to fall off. You see what happened? You see? But anyway, I love it out here in Vegas. Yeah, the weather is definitely beautiful. I mean, almost about every 99.9% of the days here, you have sun. Sunlight, nice bright sun coming through, hardly no clouds in the sky. This is a beautiful place to live.
It's beautiful to live here. And the snow, when I saw the snow,
Uh-huh.
I was one of the people, I was not happy. Okay? I was not excited. It wasn't great for me. I just kept saying, no, no. And the snowflakes are falling.
Yeah.
And my honey's laughing because he knows the reason, one of the major reasons I moved here was because of the snow.
Well, I'll tell you, some of the people out there, it was like a celebration that day. It was the front page of the newspaper. Snow coming down Las Vegas. It's like something never happened. Come on. You want to get snow, you go up to Mount Charleston.
Exactly.
Which is only like a 10, 15-minute ride from here, from where we are right now. You get to Mount Charleston. You have a ski resort up there. You can go skiing up in Mount Charleston.
All day.
You know, so, I mean, it's no big deal, but I mean, we stay away from that because we come from back east with that
Yes.
cold,
Yes.
or sometimes like Minnesota. They had like 30 below zero the other day.
Why? Why would you? Okay, why? I just go, why? That's all I say, why?
How can you live in that kind of weather?
Why?
You know?
But I guess you love what you love, and you know, some people really don't mind the cold. I'm not the cold weather girl.
Yeah, man. I mean, even right now, when I get too chill, I want to get in the hot tub and get under in the hot warm
Yes.
water and put a towel over my body
yes.
in the tub right now. You know, because I don't like the cold weather. I mean, when you get older, your bones and your
Well, I'm not there yet.
Your body
I
feels.
don't know about that
You
one.
want to be covered up a lot of the time.
I don't know about that one yet.
I don't like that cold. I want to be in that hot tub, a hot sauna room. Anyway, Ane, before we wrap it up, let's talk a little bit more about your show,
Okay.
March 10th,
Okay.
here in Summerlin, in Las Vegas. So,
Okay, I want to invite all of you to join us, my cast and I, dancers, singers, musicians, costumes, the whole bit. Sunday, March 10th, 3 o'clock. Remember, daylight savings time starts. Move those clocks forward. To get tickets, you can go to www.suncitysummerlin.com. Once again, www.suncitysummerlin.com. Purchase your tickets. It's assigned seating. I promise you, you're going to have an incredible time. Bring your friends. You can bring your children. It's a pretty clean show. I know it's rare. It's in Vegas, but it's all good.
yeah, okay, well, we heard there from Ane Marshall, and this is Joe Cortez with my dear friend Ane, who's going to be performing here in Las Vegas. Don't miss it, March 10th, 3 p.m. at the Star Bright Theater here in Summerlin, Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. Take care.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.